We've recently talked about clauses, and now we're ready to talk about compound sentences. So if you're successful today, you'll be able to define compound sentence. You'll be able to identify coordinating conjunctions. You'll identify methods used to form compound sentences, and you'll also be able to distinguish between compound sentences and simple sentences. Before we jump into the lecture, let's go ahead and review a little bit about clauses. Remember that an independent clause has a subject, a verb, and a complete thought. So here are two examples of independent clauses. I jumped. Subject I, verb jumped. It's a complete thought. It can stand by itself. Bill ran to first base like his life depended on it. A little longer, but it still has the subject, verb, and complete thought combination. If you need to review independent clauses, be sure to go back to the last video and take a look at that before you move on. So what is a compound sentence? A compound sentence is when you take two or more independent clauses and join them either by a comma and a coordinating conjunction or just a semicolon. Okay? Lots of big words in that definition, but I promise it's a lot simpler than it sounds. So a coordinating conjunction, what exactly is that? Well, there's a simple acronym that you can remember that'll tell you 7 of the most common coordinating conjunctions. They are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. The fanboys conjunctions. If you can't remember the term coordinating conjunction, at least remember fanboys. And remember that you have to stick one of the fanboys between two independent clauses in a compound sentence. So let's have a look at a couple examples of compound sentences. First one, I ran to the store and I bought some milk. You notice the comma and coordinating conjunction in the middle there that joins the two independent clauses. How do you know they're independent? Well, I ran to the store and I bought some milk. Both have subjects, verbs, and are complete thoughts that could be sentences by themselves. Second example, Jake worked hard to prepare for the ACT, so he earned a high score. Again, you see a fanboys conjunction with a comma combining two independent clauses. Finally, we like to eat steak. It is delicious. Here I've left out the fanboys conjunction and I've used a semicolon instead of the comma and fanboys conjunction. Easy. So let's see if you can identify the compound sentence out of these 3 examples. Go ahead and pause the video, take a look at them, think about them. Where's the compound sentence? Where's the sentence that fits the definition of a compound sentence? If you chose the third one, you are correct. I don't like cake, but I do like cookies is a compound sentence. The other 2 are not. They are simple sentences. Why is it a compound sentence? Again, 2 independent clauses combined with a comma and a fanboys conjunction. So try writing a couple in your notes at this point. See if you can come up with a couple compound sentences and ask yourself these questions to see if you've done it correctly. Do your compound sentences have 2 or more independent clauses? And are those independent clauses combined using a comma and a fanboys conjunction or a semicolon? Pause the video and have a go at it. Use the criteria to sort of gauge your learning. Okay, at this point, I need to give you a very stern warning against the dreaded comma splice. A comma splice is when you take 2 independent clauses and you splice them together using nothing but a comma. You leave out the fanboys conjunction. It is a form of run-on sentence. In fact, in my experience, it is the most common type of run-on sentence out there. So on the left-hand side, we have the bad example. We like rap, we also like country. 2 independent clauses in there. We can't just smush them together using a comma. Got to use a comma and a fanboys conjunction. So I've done that on the right-hand side. We like rap, comma, and we also like country. That is good. That is not a run-on sentence. So go ahead and review your learning at this point. Ask yourself these questions. Can you define what a compound sentence is? Can you identify coordinating conjunctions? Can you list them for that matter? Can you identify appropriate methods of combining independent clauses? Can you distinguish between independent clauses or simple sentences and compound sentences? If you can do these things, then go ahead and move on. If not, review the video as necessary. Also take the opportunity to search the internet a bit for some more information on compound sentences. Of course, write your questions in your notes, and I would love to answer those in class. Ciao.